Good afternoon. It's a late today for me. Normally I do it first thing in the morning, but I've been busy this morning doing all sorts of stuff. So here I am now at your lunchtime in UK, morning in the US, and probably evening if you're at the other end of the world. So lovely to see you. And again, thank you so much for this extraordinary response to my book. I'm beyond grateful and still completely overwhelmed by it. But today I'm going to talk about body armor, which we talk a lot about in the book. So, we all wear body armor. Yes, when I was in the army, I wore physical body armor. I had helmets and literally physical body armor with metal plates in the hope that it would protect me if I got shot at. Luckily, I didn't get shot at. So, except when I was in a plane, that was another situation. But that wasn't me personally being shot at. The plane was being shot at. So, but that was an experience in itself. However, yes, I wore physical body armor. However, I'm well aware now how much psychological body armor I put on. And I have a whole chapter on this in the book because we all hold body armor. It could show up in very many different ways to protect ourselves. We all have the need to be liked, to belong, to fit in. And yet, fitting in is the opposite of belonging. Because every time we want to fit in, we become like a chameleon. We go all weird and want to change to be like the person wants us to be. And in the process of that, we completely lose the essence of who we truly are. And that's when it knocks our mindset, it knocks our self-belief. Then we fall into further traps to want to be liked even more by people pleasing, perfectionism, allowing that imposter to railroad our day. Now, the great news is once we are aware of how that body armor is shown up for us, then we can get rid of it. It could be that you don't speak up at a meeting. It could be that you overthink everything. It could be that you over prepare, whether it's to speak up at a meeting, the boardroom, whether it's a presentation, whatever it is, you over prepare. And all this is because you don't trust yourself. And I know that might sound harsh. I'm only talking about it because I was that person. And I literally had mental health issues, all sorts of stuff going on because I never felt I was good enough. Despite all the career success in theory I had, I felt that I was a bit of a fraud at times. And then I realized what was going on. And often it's stories from childhood that don't be too big for your boots, stay small, don't show you're better than anyone else. And sometimes those stories that we're not even aware of that we've carried on, so from teachers or parents or someone significant in our childhoods, that are hidden so deeply we might not even realize they're there. But they show up every single day. How we show up, how we show up as leaders, how we show up with confidence and resilience. But the great news is once you know what your default is, what is your default? Is it to say yes when you really want to say no? In which case, that's the trick to do that, is to say, I'll get back to you. It's the power of the pause to give yourself space to acknowledge, do you want to do this? Do you want to say yes to this or do you not? And the first thing to say to yourself when you give the pause to the other person and say, I'll get back to you, is if I say yes to this, what am I saying no to that's more important? Because often we don't think about that. We want to say yes immediately because we don't want to upset them. But then we think, why did I say that? And we start to feel overwhelmed. We start to feel stressed. We wonder how we're going to fit it in. And therefore, we're not productive. And therefore, it might be that we miss out on something way more important. It could be overwhelmed for a project, which we don't do as well because we're feeling so overwhelmed. Or it could be even more important, time with our families. So that's my thought for today. It's only a short one today because I think first thing to do is noticing what armor you're wearing. Is it people pleasing? Is it perfectionism? Is it that imposter when you question that you're going to be caught out and one day you're going to be called in and said you're a fraud? because those are often the three drivers that work all along. And all of that is underpinned by the need to fit in and the need to be liked. So I can explore more of this week, but hopefully you can have some thoughts. And if you want to buy the book, it's got plethora of information in it. And I'm so grateful for every single one of you that's bought it. Thank you so much. And those of you who have bought it, I look forward to seeing you in my workshop tomorrow and unpick a few more stories and a few more tips. Take care. Lots of love. Bye.